Good morning, everyone. I am a student of Ramakrishna Mission Shikhan Mandira, Belur, M.Ed first semester. My roll number is 16. Today, I will discuss about the ideas of Noam Chomsky and how he helped us understanding learning and the human mind. Here we go. How we learn and grow. Chomsky changed the way we think about language. Before him, many believed that we learn language only through practice and imitation. But Chomsky argued that language is much deeper than that. He said that every human is born with a special ability to learn language. Here we see two very important ideas about how humans learn language, Skinner's idea and Chomsky's reply. In 1957, B.F. Skinner explained that language is learned from the environment. According to him, children learn by copying others, practicing and receiving rewards like any other habits. This view is based on behaviorism, which focus on observable actions. However, in 1959, Noam Chomsky strongly disagreed. He argued that language is far too complex to be learned only through imitation and a reward. Chomsky said that humans are born with a special mental ability for language, which helps children learn quickly and naturally. This debate changed the study of language. Skinner highlighted the role of environment, while Chomsky focused on the mind's inborn powers. Together, their ideas help us understand language learning in a deeper way. Here we are learning about Chomsky's idea called the language acquisition device or short LAD. Chomsky believed that all humans are born with a special part of the brain that helps us learning language naturally. According to this idea, children do not learn language only by listening to others. Their brains are already prepared for language from birth. This lad helps children understand grammar without any teaching them directly. It is also explains why kids learn grammar rules very quickly even when adults around them don't speak perfectly. Another important point in that children can create completely new sentences they have never heard before. These show that language learning is more than imitation. So, the LAD tells us that the human brain is specially designed for language, and this natural ability is a key part of what makes us human. Chomsky introduced the idea of universal grammar. He said that all human languages, even if they look very different, share some basic rules from birth. Universal grammar contains core rules that appears in every language. For example, all languages have words for objects and actions. They shows that human language follows a common structure. Chomsky also explained language switches. They are like on off switches in the brain. Different languages turn these switches on in different ways, which is why language sound different. Because of this built-in system, children can learn many language quickly and easily. Their brains already have a natural plan for learning language. So here Chomsky introduced an important ideas called poverty of the stimulus. He said that children learn much more than what they actually hear from adults. The language input they receive in limited and sometimes imperfect, but still children develop full complex grammar very quickly. This means children are not just passive listeners. They actively use their minds to understand patterns and create new sentences on their own. The images here shows this clearly. A children listens carefully and build their own understanding, just like building blocks. Chomsky's idea tells us that learning is not only taught from outsides. A big part of learning comes from the children's own naturally ability and active thinking. Chomsky's ideas created a big impact on both psychologically and education. First, he changed the way we think about the human mind. Instead of seeing the mind as something shaped only by the environment, he suggested that the mind works like a computer with built-in rules. This helped start modern brain science and cognitive psychology. His idea always improved language teaching. A school began to focus less on memorizing and drilling and more on natural learning, helping children understand and us use language meaningfully. Chomsky also highlighted the difference between knowing a language and actually doing or using it. A person may know many grammar rules but still make mistake with speaking. This shows that a real language ability comes from practice and natural use, not just knowledge from books. Overall, Chomsky's helped us understand learning, thinking, and language in deeper and more scientific way. So here, Chomsky's idea changed not only language studies but also psychology. He helped us understand how the human mind works. First, firstly, he helped create cognitive science. This is the study of how we think, learn, and use language. His ideas shows that the brain is active and smart, not just reacting to the environment. And second is he questioned old theories. Chomsky said that children are born with some basic skills. This was different from There was different from Piaget, who said children learn step by step, and different from Skinner, who said we learn only through rewards. And last, number third is Chomsky inspired many new research studies. He encouraged scientists to find out how our brain and biology help us learn. Because of this researchers studies Because of these researchers studied how people learn difficult skills like language. So, Chomsky changed psychology by showing that the human mind is powerful, creative, and ready to learn from birth. This slide explains the big legacy of Chomsky. One of the famous ideas is that language is not only about speaking, it also shows how we think. Chomsky's ideas change the way we understand language and learning. He shows that language gives us about how the human mind works and how children use their natural skill to learn. His ideas are still very important today. Researchers in language, educations, and brain science continue to use his theories to understand how people learn, how the mind develops, and how think works. So Chomsky's legacy is that he helped us see language as a window into the human mind. So thank you everyone. This is a brief lecture on Chomsky.